Okay, so I was just like this. I didn't even put my mask over my face. So you have a different image. In the Stop and Shop, the one that I gave you the address for earlier, which is New Hyde Park. This, let's see, can you see that? Yeah, okay. So that address for mailing purposes, which is the only reason why you would put an address on a receipt in Candyland. So on surveillance camera, I ordered my coffee. I had a problem putting in the Stop and Shop loyalty card number. The technology just cut out as I was doing it. And then I'm trying to explain to, I don't know, I think it was Raj. I was trying to explain to her patiently, camera caught the whole thing, that while I was entering the number, it just went away. Could you just bring it back up on the... But she was busy making coffee and handling whatever. I was feeling a little bit of interference myself without any clarity whatsoever, trying to grapple on with my own thought process, which I know is all you shitbags knowing my location before I get here, since you are that derelict, but whatever. So I took a while, but I remained patient with Raj, and she finally caught the sense, I suppose, after I explained it 6, 7 times the exact same way. I just needed her bot to work. It was not catching, like, you know when you have like a gearbox and it's so stripped down, and it doesn't get it. It doesn't get it. I mean, I think when you're threaded, if you don't work with gearboxes, if you have a thread and like the cross on the screwdriver and you're trying to thread a screw in or out, right, okay, so when you try to do any kind of mechanical process like that and you are down to like the cross no longer looks like a cross because some monkey used an electric drill and just sat there while it stripped out any useful cross hatches. You just stripped away the whole utility, stupid. Right, yeah, okay, so that's what they've done to humans, which we knew about before I got here, and was the severity level of, uh-oh, could you get my one part right? And you sat on it for this long, with multiple breaches. But anyway, so I finally get through to Raj. I dialed her up by announcing myself several times with patience. This guy with his fucking lights. They're like green lights. Like, look at this. On this shitbag, it's a Mazda. They have tricked out lights all over fucking New York. It's fucking annoying. But anyway. So, finally I get her to bring back up the loyalty, whatever. I get the number in, and then I go over to Destiny, who's making the coffee. She's so wonderful. She reminds me of Rosa. Eddie and Rosa? Right, yeah, it reminds me of Rosa from the Eddie and Rosa wedding that Jason Peter Romer 1976 had when Eddie was working as a whatever at the pornography adult website, like after Jason, right, they confirmed at Sanjay's firm in Melville when they hired Jay for $55,000 a year. Eddie was in the office. Hey, Eddie. Right, yeah, but he was in the respectable side of programming, not like Jay. Jay was doing web design of like really disgusting porn fetishes that he didn't even know existed until like the clientele came calling and it was weird. And then when he would come home, I'm like, I don't want to hear it. This is not like conversation. It's like, I'm thinking to myself, I already fucking hate you. The last thing I want to talk about with you is some kind of whatever you do at work. So that's who's making coffee. Looks just like her. It's so uncanny how you get these repeat offenders all throughout my whatever. Okay, so now She's the one, though, I think, that had a friend in the ministry who won some essay contest, right? And then has the Air Force. I look like CQ Brown. I really want to go with that one. In my Coptic, I saw you. And I spent time there. So now, that was the knife, that was the plastic knife and fork wedding in, I think it was Brentwood, Long Island. We were invited to, I think, spur of the moment. Oh my God, look at that. They didn't send an invitation. So I was like, what? You didn't? I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how wedding, I don't have friends. I mean, is that customary? You send out wedding invitations? Did I? Yeah, but last minute, and I only knew two because Jennifer Romer, who just turned Jennifer Moeller, did it first. Second wedding, by the way. First one was 6 months long, and then oops, I don't like you, but it was a fun wedding. And then she tried it a couple of years later, whatever. So now, in dysfunction of the bots in America, so I tell that Destiny that looks like Rosa on camera, I'm like, if I was a more advanced, alien race, I was say, hovercraft, I knew, that was my area, specialties, and I would not give humans anything. I said, because look, I said, this is what I call Candyland. I said, and whatever they developed with whatever knowledge they had, this is what they created. Which is, such a dereliction of everything, as far as I'm concerned. And then I cut the air, and I said, essential human function. Strictly, not for her, not for the bot listening, but for the surveillance camera for my own records, since I work alone. Then I had, and then I actually, first I said to her, because that came second. First I said to her, I said, what's amazing, I was is when you know something, when there's a process for something, right? And you put a name or some letters and you make a thing out of it and you know something. Humans are so disgusting, they steal everything, claim it for their own, and they're just not worth teaching anything to. And then that's when I went into, look what they've done. You've taught them lots of things, and they made Candyland out of it. Nobody's happy. Amazing. All right. That's, again, essential human function. And then I went on my way out, I went this to the camera only. I don't know what the body machina of the working bot Barista picked up, but I really couldn't give two shits less because it wasn't meant for her anyway. I'm not a circus performer or circus monkey. I don't perform for the broken things. I just have to go about my day and then make note of it. So this way I get myself moving in the correct direction with the correct death count on the correct guilty party at the largest criminal network ever.